Question: was this Monday Night Raw a good show? Answer: yes. Lie detector, you're a lying bastard. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. There was weddings, there was lie detectors, and there was something we get every single Monday night. There was 3 hours of absolute garbage. So this is your Monday Night Raw review for the 18th of April. If you're expecting something good to come out of this, then you probably came to the wrong place. It's not often we get a good Raw these days, and this one, it didn't let us down, guys. It lived up to the familiar shitiness that Raw normally delivers.
Is it weird that I feel this was the best Raw in ages, though?
I actually kind of preferred it, but I mean, to say it was absolute shite, like, it's probably been a bit harsh, but I mean, it wasn't great. We start off with Seth freaking Rollins and Cody Rhodes in the ring. Rollins essentially says to Rhodes, the only way you beat me is because I didn't know who my opponent was going to be. Rhodes says that, Rollins says he's been to the top and all this stuff. Rhodes says, yeah, you have, but that doesn't change the fact I beat you at Mania.
4-0 in terms of world champions, he mentions as well.
Yeah, 4-0 in terms of championship titles to Rollins. Rollins says, I see how you like it. Rollins says he's going to pick an opponent tonight that Cody Rhodes won't know about, and then Cody Rhodes can compete against that opponent in the main event, and Cody Rhodes accepts. So, yeah, that's it then. Tonight, we're going to get Cody Rhodes in the main event against a hand-picked opponent for Seth Rollins. I mean, it was alright. It was not bad. It's decent.
It's probably one of the top 3 things on the show, which kind of sums up the show.
Yeah, then up next, we had the Women's Tag Team Championship match between the champions Banks and Naomi taking on Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, and this was as predictable as it gets. Towards the end of the match, Rhea Ripley has it won. Sasha Banks hits a bank statement on Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan is obviously supposed to then
fly in and break up the pinfall. Doesn't.
Inadvertently, should I say.
Ah, well, yeah, of course.
But she kind of sells the move the wrong way and flies off to the side, so Sasha Banks needs to instead break up the pinfall herself. Then Liv Morgan kind of realizes she's in the wrong position. She tries to break up, and then you both have Liv Morgan and Sasha Banks both trying to break up the move. And anyway, this leads to Rhea Ripley getting pinned. Rhea Ripley, after the match, not happy, blames Liv Morgan, even though it was Sasha Banks that interrupted the count. And she attacks Liv Morgan, hits her with the Riptide, and that looks like that's the end of this team. This was so predictable. You could see us coming a mile away. And, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Rhea Ripley, being this big, muscular woman, should she really be a face? When she's facing the likes of Liv Morgan and Sasha Banks, she should obviously be a heel. She's got that. Physicality-wise, she shouldn't be a face, so, it just doesn't make any sense to me, but that is what it is.
And it's exactly what we previewed in the preview. Well, it was you, because you're the man that watches it every week, aren't you?
Aye.
So what's your point?
Hey, up next with Fear Mahan continuing his path of destruction, takes on some local guy, and this local guy, had a better physique than half the roster, so Fear Mahan beats him, squashes him, applies his fucking camel clutch that looks like shit. As soon as the referee calls for the bell, Fear lets go, then he decides to put it back on, and then a bunch of officials come out and try and break it up, and then he tries to put it back on again to try and break up again. I get he's supposed to be a heel, so why is he letting go straight away anyway? Normally the heel thing is to keep the move applied once the person taps out. If he had intentions though of putting the move back on, why did he let go in the first place? Just doesn't make any sense to me. This guy's not a monster heel. This guy will be gone in a couple months' time. Mark my words, unless the entire population of India start watching Monday Night Raw just to see Fear Mahan, then he might stick around, but that ain't going to happen.
He'll probably get stuck in the Money in the Bank match or something. You can see that happening.
I can't see that happening.
I can.
No, well, it's good for you, bye.
Well, I mean, if Fear Mahan's in it or not, it doesn't change fuck all. I can just see him being wrong in it. And that's probably where it ends.
I want him wrong at the door, so hopefully that happens instead. We then had Sonya Deville come out, said that, what she done to Bianca Belair last week, blah, blah, blah. She's waited 3 years, to get a title shot. She says that she was practically forced into this management role. She never asked for it. That's kind of what actually happened. So why doesn't she just leave the management role? Why doesn't she just go back to being a full-time performer? I don't know. Bianca Belair comes out, wants to get some revenge, I guess. Sonya tells her, when I'm wearing this suit, I'm your boss. Bianca Belair goes to lift her up for the kiss of death. Sonya says there's going to be a massive fine and repercussions if you hit this move, so Bianca Belair then puts her down and walks off to the back. Then we get back for the break with Sonya Deville complaining to Adam Pearce about what happened. It wasn't right. He says she needs to fine her, that she was abusing her power out there. Then Adam Pearce says maybe you should be more worried about your abuse of power, and she goes, what are you talking about? Sonya says she wants Adam to fine her hundreds of thousands, millions. I highly doubt Bianca Belair's worth millions, but Sonya wants her to get fined millions anyway. Then Bianca Belair appears. Sonya's like, you can't be here. She says it's okay, I'm here to make up for my mistakes or whatever. And she hands Adam Pearce a $1 bill. And she goes, here's, I've learnt my lesson, all $1 worth, and chuckles to herself and walks off. And she fucking dollar. I mean, you've got a $1 bill and you've got someone dressed like a stripper here, you know, it kind of...
Ironic.
It would have made more sense if Adam Pearce was giving her the $1 bill, but instead she gave it to Adam Pearce. Sonya Deville's like complaining and it's like, what you doing? This isn't right. And Adam Pearce says, I did it by the book. And then he walks off and Sonya Deville's left, looking fucking confused.
I tell you what, right? We can talk about Fear Mahan lasting months or weeks, but how is Adam Pearce still on this show?
Well, if Adam Pearce can last in this role for about 2 years now, then, I tell you what, Fear Mahan could be a champion next week.
Like, what is going on? Like, honestly? Fucking hell. Adam Pearce is the best we've got. Like, could you imagine, though, if you had Bischoff, like, being in, like, every segment? No, not in every segment, but, like, near enough, like, making decisions. How much better that would be than this prick? This wee specky bastard with his piss glasses?
I don't know. I just don't like the guy. I can't stand Adam. I don't mind Sonya Deville. It's like, I mean, she had that thing with Naomi and I thought it was alright, like, but there's nothing Adam Pearce has done that's...
Is there not something just copy and paste about that, though, with this? Like, if Naomi had the belt, is it not practically the same fucking storyline?
Maybe she doesn't. Maybe Sonya doesn't like blacks.
Could be it.
Could be a racist thing here. But, I mean, who knows? Who knows? We're going to get Sonya Deville versus Bianca Belair next week. I mean, I think we can all see how that's going. Sonya Deville won't be winning that one. Up next, we have EZEKIEL, not Elias. We have EZEKIEL. It's Elias' younger brother. He does a lie detector test. Kevin Owens has paid Chad Gable 150 Canadian dollars to do this. Chad Gable said, "You're damn right, Kevin. That's good money." So, I mean, is it good money?
That's no bad money.
I mean, you'd probably lose it a couple of spins on slots like that.
Exactly, so I mean...
But apparently 150 Canadian dollars was worth Gable finding a lie detector kit and syncing it up to a computer and carrying out this test. Gable says we need to get the baseline set up. We need to get, base communications configured and all that stuff. So he asks him a question. He needs him to tell him the truth. He says, is the sky blue? Elias says yes. Then he says, right, I need you to lie. Is today Monday? And I wish it wasn't Monday. Monday Night Raw. I wish it was any day but Monday, but nah, it was Monday. But he asked Elias to lie. So Elias said no. And then Kevin Owens jumps over and goes, see, he's a liar. I told you. And then Gable's like, Kevin.
I told him to lie.
And I mean, this was kind of funny. Like,
it's the best segment on the show.
I enjoyed it. Then Gable asked... what was the first question he asked him? So Gable asked him, is your real name EZEKIEL? EZEKIEL said yes. And Kevin was like, is he lying? Tell him, how much is he lying? And Gable's like, actually, he's telling the truth. And Kevin was like, what? No, he can't be. Then Kevin Owens says, look, Gable, you ask him another question. And Gable's thinking. He's like, he says, are you the younger brother of Elias? And no, he says, is Elias your older brother? EZEKIEL goes, yes. He's telling the truth again. And I can't believe it. And then Kevin Owens asks him a question, which was... Am I the only one that watched this? What was it?
I can't remember what he asked. Oh, fuck me. The idea, right? But it basically asks him a series of questions, and it essentially tells Chad Gable to piss off because he doesn't know how to use the machine. He knows.
Kevin Owens says, "Is your real name Elias?" And he says no. And again, he's telling the truth. Then Kevin Owens gets in his face. He goes, I'm telling you now, you better start telling the truth or else. And then Ezekiel kind of like confronts him, stands up and says, or else what? Kevin Owens kind of shits himself and just leaves the ring. It's kind of like 2 weeks ago when he said that you got to the count of 10 to admit you're Elias. And then when he got to 10, he just walked off.
This is funny, right? Well, it was alright. But how do you go from main event Mania against Austin to being scared of Elias's younger brother?
You know what? I think over time you've buried Kevin Owens, and I have too, but I mean, the guy, it might be sad to admit it, but he is one of the best in wrestling today, like.
Sad to admit, but how do you go through feuding with Austin, right? A match with Austin, main event to this? The feud's nothing. This guy just came back and you're basically trying to prove it's not him.
I know, but this guy is English not his second language?
Yes, but right.
And he's like one of the best promo guys there.
It could be his 13th language. What's the storyline here is fucking stupid.
My main thing with this is, right, why does Kevin Owens care if this is Elias or Ezekiel, right? It'd be different if Elias done something really bad to Kevin Owens and now he's pretending not to be Elias. You know what I mean?
Adam Pearce goes to Owens, if you can prove this is...
you get a title shot?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, can we not get some... was the last time we not seen Elias was when Jeff Hardy ran him over?
Pretty sure.
I mean, come on.
But maybe he's dead.
Like...
Maybe should have asked him if he's alive.
I don't mind this storyline. It's a bit funny, but... I don't understand why Kevin Owens is so hell-bent on proving Ezekiel to be a liar. I mean, if he turns around and goes, yeah, I was kidding on, I am Elias, what does that do for Kevin Owens? Like, what the fuck does that do for him?
I know, it was a comedy segment. I guess it paid. It did what it had to do.
I liked it, but I don't understand what's the reasoning behind Kevin Owens being so obsessed with figuring out that this is Elias, you know? What's Kevin Owens got to gain? Can someone explain that? Then we had the Ezekiel versus Gable. I mean, decent match. Otis comes in, costs Ezekiel when he looks like he's about to put Gable away. Got DQ'd. Gable picked up the win by DQ. Then we had RK Bro versus the Street Profits. Does anybody care about the Street Profits? I think they've just been absolutely jobbed out.
The Rock, who was it? People are saying that Montez Ford's going to be a world champion soon.
I think he's better than that other guy. Like, I'll go that far.
He might win the 24/7 title, like, you know.
Yeah, so it looks like RK Bro are about to win. The Usos music plays. The Usos ain't there. Then the Street Profits attack Randy, hit their signature finisher maneuver on Riddle, and they pick up the win. Didn't see this coming, but the Street Profits have a win over RK Bro. So, yeah, we'll see what this leads to.
Oh, hell
absolutely nothing. Then we had Edge and Damien. This is another decent part of the show. I kind of enjoyed this. Damien Priest backstage. Edge sitting on like some massive crown. Edge talked about how Priest was last year. You know, he carried Bad Bunny. He stopped Bad Bunny for getting battered, getting slaughtered in his match. Yet Damien Priest got no respect for it. Then Edge said even this year he came back and he had to basically beg for an opponent to go on the WrestleMania card. He said the fans were complaining about how he's a part-timer, how he's not there enough, how he's there too much, blah, 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 blah. Edge said that he's always had like this demon inside him, and he referenced back to the Brood days, the Ministry of Darkness days, and Edge said he wants to reclaim the grand prize of WWE from his mountain of impotence, or whatever it's called, I don't know.
Impotence?
Impotence?
Oh.
Aye, well, whatever. I don't know what that means.
I wanted to pronounce it, dickhead. You don't know what impotence means?
No.
Welcome to the party, pal. Fuck, I don't know.
Something, it's like a form of greatness, I believe, anyway, but...
like impotent means like you're fucking the man.
So I'm assuming impotence means like great. I'm pretty sure it's like a big term for greatness, right? But here, if I'm wrong, let us know in the comments. I mean, this was alright, and then it cut to AJ backstage getting asked a question. Does he accept the challenge? He said he accepted the challenge, and before he could accept much else, the lights started flickering. They go purple. He's getting attacked by Edge and Damien Priest, and then they like get his arm and they start like hitting it off like some piece of wooden furniture shelf
like
thingy. Cabinet. They put his arm in it and they start closing the cabinet.
JBL, Orlando Jordan, the Bashams. It was just.
I wish it was him. Well, maybe could go with Bashams and Orlando Jordan, like.
See,
but as great as JBL was, he got put with fucking 3 bums, like.
And he made it work.
Aye. It's actually mad how he made that work, because that had no right to work. Imagine if it was Bradshaw before JBL, though. Damn. How out of place for that looked, big fucking redneck way. two guys that are look like they're out of a sex dungeon, and a guy that when he gets to TNA is pretty much in a sex dungeon. I mean,
God damn.
That stable was a mess. But anyway, I enjoyed it. This segment was good as well. Enjoyed it. Then we have Finn Balor versus Fury. United States title. Again, just like the other title match on the show, this was so predictable. Fury defeats Finn Balor clean. Decent match. Fury's the new champion. All of a sudden, all the jobbers come out, all the lower mid-carders come out, all the catering come out, and they start celebrating with Fury. Why would they do that? I don't know, unless Vince McMahon told them to, but it makes no sense. Then Vince McMahon comes out, he applauds Fury at the top of the ramp. Fury goes up, gets his selfie with Vince McMahon holding the title. Thoughts?
So obvious, Fury was going to win it, and here's my theory. Finn Balor will be at the door come the spring cleaning. This guy is shit. Said it in the preview, you disagreed, but come on. This guy's got AEW written all over him. Come on.
Actually, maybe, I don't know.
He does, but you know what? I'm glad Fury won, but man, I mean, they bring McMahon out for this.
I see Fury, like, he's awful playing, isn't he? Like, I mean, I think he's got something. Like, he's a bit better than everyone else. Like,
cookie cutter heel, isn't he? Like,
I mean, he takes selfies, and so what? I mean, is that supposed to get me? It's not quite Undertaker digging holes and taking souls. I mean,
it's taking snaps and fucking.
Anyway, then we have Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. Actually, was it Kevin? No, up next is Bobby Lashley.
Taking snaps and taking naps. Fucking.
I mean, the title says here Bobby Lashley challenges almost an arm wrestle. It was the other way about.
I accept it.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley accepts a challenge from Almost to an arm wrestling match. MVP says he's moved on to bigger and better things. Basically, the exact same thing we had last week. They've done it again this week. So yeah, not a lot to talk about here. I mean, the match at Mania, I enjoyed it. Almost Bobby Lashley. I thought it was alright. We'll see what the WrestleMania Backlash does. I can't imagine they're going to have Almost.
Have you not noticed though that WrestleMania Backlash is just rematches?
Aye.
It's stupid.
Yeah. You know.
And I'm assuming Reigns ain't gonna have a match.
Yeah, we've got Edge versus AJ. We've got Cody Rhodes versus Rollins, and now we're having Lashley versus Omos. So there's 3 matches straight away.
And the Unification Tag Title match.
That didn't happen.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
Another match. And I'm just
what's main event in that?
Exactly, probably that match.
A tag match?
Yeah.
Then we have the wedding. Basically, R-Truth is the minister or whatever. Dana Brooke and Reggie read their vows. Tamina says, yeah, what she said. And then Tosawa says the same. So he goes, same. I mean, it wasn't great. R-Truth announces them husband and wife, both of them. Then the next minute, Reggie is kissing Dana Brooke on the ground and he gets a quick free count. He's the new champ. Tamina hits him with a super kick. She gets a free count. She's the new champ. Tosawa goes underneath Tamina's dress, rolls her up, gets a free count. He's the new champ. Dana Brooke hits a crossbody off the middle rope on Tosawa, gets a free count. She's back being champion. Then Jimmy Smits says she retained the belt when she just lost. There was 3 new champions. She wins the belt back.
It's not Jimmy Smith. I wish it was Jimmy Smith.
Oh, I'm thinking it's the guy.
Fucking Nero. Give me Nero any day of the week over these bastards.
And then Dana Brooke hops on Archer's back, and he runs with her to the. This gave me like slave fucking flashbacks here.
Yeah, it did.
PTSD, even though I was never a slave. But anyway,
I feel like a fucking slave watching this.
Then we move into the main. This was crap. We move into the main event. Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens.
It's just the roll-up gimmick.
Yeah, I hate it. It's
Fuck me, do different moves.
The most dominant move in wrestling in this day and age. I mean, fuck it. Forget.
Could we not got a punch with like the wedding ring or something?
Forget the spear. Forget the F5 pedigree stunner. The fucking roll-up.
Rock bottom, leg drop, sweet chin music.
It's all
fucking crippler crossface.
It's all about the roll-up. Anyway, Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, main event again. I mean, decent match. Kevin Owens gets back body dropped on the outside. I don't like that spot, back body drop on the ring apron. Every time someone takes a move on the ring apron, it just looks like they're going to die.
There's no need.
It's the fucking hardest part of the ring. See if that move's like mistimed a little and you land like back on right on the edge, you could be fucked. What's the point?
And what annoys me, they do it in every match. If you're going to do it,
See when you first seen it done, it was like, wow. But see now, it's like it literally happens every show. It's just not a big deal anymore. So, Kevin Owens is on the outside. Seth Rollins doesn't think he's going to beat the count. Seth Rollins is trying to encourage Kevin Owens to get back in the ring. And eventually he says, get your fat ass back in the ring. Kevin Owens looks at Seth Rollins and is like, the hell with you, and walks off. Referee counts him out. Cody Rhodes gets a win by count out. Doesn't look too happy. Climbs the top rope. And then Seth Rollins runs in, pushes him off. Cody Rhodes flies to the outside, hits the barricade. Seth Rollins starts laughing.
See, that's the thing, right? So Kevin Owens fucks off here, doesn't give a shit about a count out loss. MJF.
But MJF's pure greeting over a count out loss. So.
Awful, like.
And that's how Raw ends. I mean, it wasn't the fucking strongest ending. And again, it's another Raw with no world champion in sight. And it's not even like there's a world championship belt that's vacant. There's no title involvement whatsoever.
No.
And it's a 3-hour show. It's, essentially, the world championship, right, is the holy grail of wrestling. What is everybody in this roster really competing for?
Exactly. It
just doesn't make any sense.
Awful.
It would just, see back in the day, like, see if there was no title involved. It would just... Or see when the title got made vacant, it was a big deal. See when Eric Bischoff came out and stripped the belt of Triple H?
I know.
Fucking huge deal. I mean, we all want the belt, man. Who's getting the shot at the belt? And now there is no belt. Anyway, that is it for Monday Night Raw. I really enjoyed the lie detector segment. I mean, there was a couple of good matches in this as well. I mean, the Edge promo was pretty good. I kind of like Sonya Deville as well. She's kind of growing on me. Much better than Adam Pearce. That show, it wasn't bad. You know what? I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10.
I'll give it a 3 as well. Kind of sums up wrestling, though. A 3 out of 10 is not bad. But yet Better Call Saul gets a 5 and it's fucking horrendous.
Oh, well, let's be honest. Is there anything as good on this as fucking Devil's Dandruff?
Probably not, no. This is just devil's shite. So.
No. Who's in charge? Me or the devil? Ted Hankey got arrested, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to know. Peace.